Today is Monday, and I have to say that up till now, it's been a great day. I woke up, I was rested, I had a smile on my face, I could feel the energy. And, it's been different that I was like, oh my God, it's another Monday. So I knew I was going to go to the physical therapist, but, being rested and energetic, I was like, yeah, let's go there. And I just got from there, hence why I'm recording in the car. And I go there like every 4 weeks to this guy in particular because he does some 3D, I don't know what, but he helps me to loosen up the lower part of my back. So with the SI joints, everything. And I don't know how he does it, but he knows how to do it. And I can tell that my hips are popping in and out and I hear the dunk, 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 clunk. So it could be the tendons too. But the vertebrae, I can literally hear them snap back in place. So that's really good. Now here's the thing. You know that since December 1st, I've been going live, but that's not true. I've been posting every day on Instagram. And yes, the majority of times when I do, I actually record a video on the spot. Do I edit it? Yes, I put a filter around it. I may cut the first seconds and the last seconds, and then off we go, and I post it on Instagram. If I change it for YouTube, that's because it's a different format. So the first edit is actually to make it from portrait to square, and then from square, and then I post it on Instagram, and then from square to landscape, and then I post it on YouTube. Also on YouTube, I put a different ending to it, so people can actually watch other videos. So that's it when it comes to editing. So just every now and then I might record an extra video and I might actually put it on there, but that rarely happens. So I still call it recording live because it's on the spot. I don't change it, not anything at all. Now, apart from that, I think for a month and a half, I've been doing my Friday night lives with Lady Lexy. So of course, every Friday I've had 2 challenges ever since. I've done more challenges, but since Friday Night Live, I had 2. And one of the things is I want to do a little bit more. And I remember that a while ago, Brandon Burchard, who I consider my role model, at one point said, if I were to start over again, I would be posting every week on Monday or on Friday. And I told my coach, this is so confusing. I don't know what to do. Fortunately, I don't know if that answer actually got to him. I think it does. He said, I would be posting on Friday. Bam, there was Friday Night Live. I did it. So today I've been listening to his Daily Fire, and it's my topic of the month is about influence. And he was basically talking about stepping up to the plate and not giving in to other things and then stop doing it. Well, that's the very, very short version of it, because he talked about Winston Churchill and how he saw things. So there's way more to it. But this is about taking things to the next level and adding things. So because I do the Friday Night Live, I'm already getting things out there every week on YouTube. So that's a good thing. Yes, I can enhance that. One of the things I still want to do is get my blog post out there every week. I haven't succeeded in doing that just yet. But getting back to the Monday, so he was talking about the start of the week. Well, it's Monday. And I was like, oh, actually, that's kind of cool. Remember that he said I would do it on Monday and Friday. And I was like, yeah, if I can get a Monday post out there, put it on a podcast or wherever, maybe something exclusive on my website, maybe not. Maybe I'll post it on Instagram anyway. But you get the idea, right? So I was like, okay, I could do 2 things right now. I could get in the car, well, I am in the car, and drive straight to downtown and, record over there. But there's always more noise when I'm either sitting outside or inside, music and all that stuff. So I was like, let's be smart. Let's do it here. Well, honestly say it's freaking hot because the sun is shining. And actually that's the second time in 3 days that I actually see a blue sky. So last Saturday I met up with some friends. We've been going to high school together, and usually in between our birthdays, so she had her birthday, I have my birthday upcoming this week, we meet with one another. Usually we go to the beach and then we chat a little, and this time we went to Scheveningen Harbor, which was kind of cool. We had a great time, and we did a little bit of a walk. It wasn't that much. But she showed me some places I didn't know about, which are great when it comes to photography, like photographing seals and all that stuff. And well, today it's another blue sky, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am that finally sun is returning. But yeah, right now I'm sort of melting here. But I was like, no, I'm not going to postpone what I can do now. So here I am talking to you. And well, my new step is I am going to do a weekly Monday to start the beginning of the week. I used to do a Why Win the Week. I think it's still out there on Instagram or something. But yes, that was something along those lines, like, hey, it's Monday, let's go do it. And the funny thing is, well, it's actually not funny at all, is that in the past, before I would wake up filled with energy, I would be like, oh my God, another Monday. Because that meant obligations and other things. So I still do my work like every day, and I do coaching calls in the weekends too, if that's the case. But somehow on Monday people know where to find me. So I was like, but since I've been more rested, and I'm not sure what it is, so I've been using certain supplements and vitamins for about 2 weeks now, and I've also changed my sleeping schedule somewhat. So usually I fall asleep right before midnight, and then I wake up somewhere close to 6, maybe a little earlier in the morning, and then I make sure that my Instagram post gets out there. I've been smart though. I've been recording a few of those in a row. I still have one left that I can post if I want to, and I was so inspired talking about influence that I was like, well, I'm just going to continue on, record one after another. So last night I posted the other one, and I think I still have a short one left, so that's good. But since this is about Monday, the start of the week, and it's about influence, I'm going to ask you, how do you want to influence others? Now, let me give you an example of how it does work and how it doesn't work. So, for instance, here at the physical therapist, there is someone who picks up the phone. She happens to be a coach. The people who come in, she never sees them. I think she's somewhere on the spectrum. So when there's too much input, she cannot handle it, basically. I've never talked to her about it because we're not really close friends. So I might be wrong, but that's what I observe. So that's my opinion. And so the guy who saw me just now knows that normally I do call. So on Monday when she's there, I don't call because she simply said, well, just call when you're on time. And, I'm not going to call and hear her say that over and over again, but I usually do call when I'm a little late. And for some reason, I'm always somewhere around 10 minutes late. Even when I plan it, I'm still, even when I think I've got all the time, it still happens. So most of them know this. So on Tuesday, there's Eva, and Eva, on the other hand, she's always warm and welcoming, and so was her predecessor, by the way. So I don't mind calling her and saying, oh yeah, you know the story and all that stuff. So, and on Friday, she is there again. And well, basically, I just text the physical therapist. So I see 3 different ones, in case you've missed it. 2 every week and the third one every 4 weeks. And I just sent her a message so she knows that I don't feel like calling Linda unless I cannot come. But otherwise, I'll just leave it the way it is. Yeah, I'm wondering for a moment, shouldn't I have said the names? But then again, who knows who they are? You don't know that. So that's easy enough. Having said so, when we talk about influence, I literally said to the physical therapist today, I said, just know that when she's there, I don't call because she's going to tell me, just call when you're in time. Well, when I'm in time, I'm not going to call anyway. So basically, I only call when something is really off or I'm really late, because normally you always hear from me. That's the one thing that I might be late. I wanted to say every once in a while, but that's just not true. But I always let you know. I always communicate about that one thing. So getting back to influence, these are examples of people who have influenced me in a positive way, inviting, yes, sure, you can call even though, or, well, don't bother because we know anyway. So that's a lot less inviting. Hugh is on the receiving end, not her. It's the physical therapist. Hugh is over there. So I can already see the look on his face, like, oh, there she is. And, so I explained it to him why I hadn't called. And it's, part of me says I should call anyway. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, why bother? I don't like to be trash talked. And that's what it feels like. So yeah, I'll see how I'm going to work this out in the near future. There must be some solution which is more elegant, which also works better for the physical therapist. But then again, he knows me long enough to know that I'm always like 10 minutes late. You can practically just clock it on there. And he has this very specific thing to do, so that's okay. So getting back to you, how can you influence others? And on the flip side, how do others influence you? So I just told you how I get influenced by the way they pick up the phone and their mentality and everything. And the question, of course, is what is it you can do which has a positive influence on other people? Or what can help you to get things going, moving along more smoothly by maybe tweaking and changing a little something that you do, so it actually helps in your favor. That's also, by influencing someone, you can get a different result. So, just think about that. Like, hey, what can I do? So now when we talk about the upcoming week, so what is it you would like to achieve? I always talk about one step at a time. So you probably know your why, you know what you want to work towards. If you don't know your why, then this is going to be my assignment to you. Figure out what your why is. Do you want to leave a legacy or anything? Maybe already are a mom or a dad or a grandma or granddad, or maybe a foster version. I don't know. Taking care of other people, maybe a caretaker. So you're like, well, there's plenty enough and I'm leaving my legacy the way it is. Maybe there's something that's like, I would like to change things, but I don't know what. Then let's start with your why. So I don't have any children. I am a proud auntie though, of a lot of nephews and nieces. And my goal is to create a ripple effect, which, moves on into next generation, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I want people to learn to speak up and speak out and share their story and feel good enough the way it is. So it's actually, if you think about it, it's a little bit ironic that I don't do it when it comes to this one. But you know, I know it doesn't work in my disadvantage. So normally when I speak up, it's because something needs to change. And in this case, there is a sort of routine. So it works the way it is. Is it the best way I would like to? No. But there are other things I want to and need to focus on in this month, but also in this year and also in the next few years. So what is your why? And when you've asked yourself that question, then ask yourself again, why is that my why? And then go on. So you do it like 7 times, and then you usually get to the core of it all. But start with that one thing. What would you like to improve? What would make your life better? What would that one thing be that would make you smile when you've achieved it? And what can you do? Now it's the start of the week, today or in the next few days, to actually make it happen. It's still the beginning of the month. March 1st was last week. So, you know, go and figure out what is that one thing. And if you don't know, take a piece of paper and just start writing down words, maybe sentences, maybe create little scribblings, drawings, whatever. Take color pencils. It needs to be fun. And then at some point, something will stand out. And the thing that stands out repeatedly, you circle that, and then boom, that's the one thing. And then figure out, okay, if this is important for me, why is it important for me, and how am I going to work on this? So that is my Monday message to you. So weekly Monday messages by Lady Lexy. I think something along those lines. Monday mindset messages. I like that one too. Well, if you have an idea, just let me know. Anyway, for now, what's important is not what it would sound like for me. Monday messages or Monday mindset messages by Lady Lexy. It's about what difference can you make in your life. So maybe something has been going wrong for a long time now, and you were confronted with it just recently again, or you're going to be confronted again with it in a short amount of time. That's probably that one thing that you would like to change, because you of course want a happy, healthy life. I would assume that's at least the norm. And in order to be happy, you know, we want security when it comes to income, all that stuff. We want to feel good. We want to be energized, all those kind of things. There are probably a lot more things, so it's like love and being respected and having a purpose. I do believe that having a purpose is one very important thing when it comes to life. So what's your one thing that you want to work on that you can start doing this week? Or maybe you can step up to the plate, maybe tweak and change a little bit. Let me know. Give me a comment, please, so we can talk about that next time around. If you want to become part of the group coaching, which I do every day, I've been doing it for a year now. So tomorrow is going to be the first one in the new year, in the second year that I'm doing it. So if you would like to get some more coaching, you can get one-on-one coaching or you can get group coaching, then just leave another comment which says group coaching, please. If you want to see more videos related to influence, then go there. Click that. Yes, right there.